AITA for not letting my dad copy my brother's letter to me so my half-siblings can think he wrote to them too? My older brother Jamie died 7 months ago. He was 20. Before he died he wrote a letter for me and another for our dad. His letter to me was him apologizing for leaving, saying he loved me, he wanted me to have a good life and things like that. Dad's letter was different. Jamie told Dad we always knew he cheated on our mom, that he was disgusted to be his son, that he didn't tell him he was sick because he didn't want Dad to fake grieve him like he did our mom, he didn't want Dad's tears or anguish, that he felt like Dad not getting the chance to say goodbye was justice for his affair child and for the hell he put the two of us through when we were so young and losing our mom. I only know the content of Dad's letter because he told me about it and wanted to know if I felt similar in any way and I told him I did. My dad had other kids with his wife, the affair partner or one of them? My half-sisters are 11 and 10 and my half-brother is 8. I'm 17 because I know I didn't mention that. In the timeline Mom was sick for like a year. She died when I was 5 and my brother was 8. Dad was a dad again only 6 months after she died and his wife was living with us before that point. Dad never explained it to us. He relied on us being young, and boys, and not knowing enough about pregnancy to realize. My brother always kept his distance from our half-siblings and he wanted no part of being their brother. I feel similarly but I'll try to be nice because we live in the same house. But now that Jamie's gone I feel like I lost my only sibling and I don't love or care about my half-siblings or think of them as real siblings. Which might be why I'm resisting here but anyway. Dad knows I have a letter from Jamie. But Jamie didn't write anything to our half-siblings. So Dad wants to make a copy of the letter and make it look like it's to all of us so edit it. He said ever since the girls found out I got one, they've been upset and they grieve for Jamie too and they don't deserve the weight of being unloved by their brother and knowing they'll never get to have a kind message from Jamie. He said Jamie never said I love you to them or hugged them or gave them any of his heart. And it's not their fault. But some of the pain can be eased if they think he thought of them. He said we'll just say I was being possessive of the letter and it was never just mine. I didn't agree to share the letter and I told Dad I don't want him to edit it. He got really mad at me and asked me how I can have such a small age gap between me and my half-sister, how I could live with them for 11 years and not want to save them from this. He asked me if I had become such a monster. AITA? Eowyn Sheriff says, NTA. It's yours. Lying like your dad suggests will always be found out. Keep your letter safe. Your dad will probably take it. Lucky Effective 1564 says, he got really mad at me and asked me how I can have such a small age gap between me and my half-sister, how I could live with them for 11 years, good grief. NTA. About the age gap, Dad. I think that was all down to you and your mistress. Training Dearest says, NTA. I would say he's the on instead of doing right by his children, he continues his pattern of trying to patch the broken areas with more dishonesty. Your half-siblings may be young now, like you were when your dad began messing up your lives, but as they get older they will see right through his lies, just as you and Jamie did, and he will just have more broken relationships piling up. Keep that letter somewhere safe where he cannot get it, because he's the exact type of person to go behind your back to make his desired plan happen regardless of what you want. So sorry for your loss. Thanks for watching. I love you. Follow Reddit Echoes for more.